What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It is me, your boy Nanashi, back with another episode what, 17 weeks in a row. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Welcome back to the corner of content. We are in this to win this. I'm hoping about episode 20 gonna change it up for y'all. You know, I'm gonna do a little bit of something different as far as series wise. But if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and hit that like button, share with friends and family, follow my socials all throughout this video. And yeah, we in this to win this, y'all. Let's get them subscribers up, let's get them likes up, let's get them comments up, let's do it. We're in this together. I believe it. Anyway. Back with another one, another Wilkins RT one. He has a lot to choose from, so I'm gonna dig in the bag and pick what I like.
You want to be the strongest in the world, but you can only choose one of these power systems. Which one are you choosing? Let me know in the comments below.
Today we have which power system are you picking? And honestly, I'm just gonna preference this with the world we live in. Which power system do I think people would strive with the best? Not saying, I mean, most of these we probably would, you know, be okay with. But as far as my choice, I'm gonna go through them and, you know, Chakra is the first choice. We'd be all right with Chakra, not gonna lie. We would be all right with Chakra. It'd literally be some Naruto shit. Like, it'll be weak people, and it'll be people that are like, you need to be sealed or something, because what are you doing? So yeah, Chakra would be a nice one. Devil Fruits is up in the air because you don't know what devil fruit you're gonna get. Depending on the devil fruit you do get, you know, you just make it work. You know, it's literally a whole dude. What's it, number 3 in One Piece? Bro's whole joint was candle wax. Hey, he was making it work though. So shout out number 3. I forget his name, or if they even. I'm sure they gave him a name, but I remember him as number 3. But yeah, his whole devil fruit was candle wax. I don't remember the name of the fruit, but yeah, it's all about, the thing about devil fruit is everyone would want one, but no one would be able to swim. So it'd be a world full of people that can't swim, which would kind of be hilarious, I guess. But that's not the one that I would choose. Nin is my number 1 choice. Nin is, as far as power systems, it's the most fleshed out one that makes the most sense out of all of these, out of kind of most power systems in anime actually. But Nin is there are specific categories. There's a way you hone it. When you hone it, it becomes who you are personality wise. It becomes your own ability. If you love basketball, you could become like some crazy like basketball nin user, where you need the ball and you can just heat it up the more you dribble it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the way nin works, it could just become something insane with the world we live in. Because in reality, we all have such like diverse personalities that it will be just insane to just walk across people and meet people that's like, he used a toothpick. And it's like, what? Dude? Hear me out, bro. He's like, it's very deadly. You might not want to fight him. My shit is just, you know, a camera. Like, I can freeze you in place with my camera whenever I snap a picture. And if you're too fast, whatever image, whatever piece of your body is in the camera frame, that piece of you is stuck where I shot it. So now your leg is stuck there. You want to move, rip your leg off. I don't know. It's some craziness that could happen with then. I don't know. But, and you don't even have to use objects. You can be a physical enhancer like Gone with his punches and all of that, where you just, you know, enforce Nin into a body part and just wreck people with just strength. You know, it would be crazy. It would be crazy. I would say the strongest would be spiritual pressure, because out of all of these, spiritual pressure is literally, you can kill people if you have enough of it and they don't have any. None of these are really doing that. None of these are doing what spiritual pressure does as a passive, you know what I mean? Another thing with spiritual pressure, if you don't have enough of it and you're fighting someone with more than you, if you can't up it and while you're fighting them, you can't cut them. You have to have equal to higher spiritual pressure as the person you're fighting, or you can't cut them, or you can't do anything to them, actually. So that would be my second choice. It would be Nin and then spiritual pressure. I'm going with both of those, because hell yeah, I'm finna hone my spiritual pressure. I'm telling you, my Ryasu finna go through the roof. I ain't saying I'm gonna be no Kenpachi, but you know, I might be like, you know, I might get to like 3rd seat, lieutenant. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go for at least something like that. Even a lot of them are broken. Just lieutenants alone, they ain't even captain level. I would still be wrecking havoc. Magic Grimoire from Black Clover. This world would be pretty epic with magic involved. Not gonna lie, because there's a lot of things magic modalities can reach into. It's kind of like bending in Avatar, and there's one and then it branches, you know. So magic is cool. Not exactly on my list, but I will say alchemy might be a top contender for me, you know, equivalent exchange, and depending on what your specialty is, you know, Scar knew deconstruction. He was fucking people up with that. Edward did a lot of weaponry with his alchemy. There was an ice alchemist that Scar killed. So, you know, depending on, I guess, what you study, you can be like do alchemy with like wood or metal or, you know, whatever. So, you know, that could be kind of fun. That could be kind of fun. It's alchemy gets kind of touchy once you hit on like the taboos of it. You know what I'm saying? Human transmutation, seeing the truth, and then being able to I guess, you know, use alchemy with no transmutation circle. That's when you're getting kind of, you know, crazy. Even Roy Mustang, he had a glove. Eventually he had to carve it into his hand, but like he had a glove and was snapping, flame all on you. And he was tearing people up, especially Envy. He got that get back real good. We have Cursed Energy. Cursed Energy, it's still kind of confusing to me. After rewatching it with my girlfriend, I kind of understood a lot more of it, but still, certain things I was still like, damn, I think I almost got it. I think I almost understand that aspect of it. But I would still like to have it. The world of Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty fucked up. So I can only imagine if it was like I said, in our reality, which is what I'm basing these on. Seeing cursed spirits, because because you have cursed energy, that would be a thing. You would be able to see them, right? Seeing it would be horrifying in our reality. I believe it would be way scarier than what, you know, Jujutsu was depicting, because, you know, they had some pretty horrifying deformed spirits and stuff in the anime, but that should be creepy if it was for real. You know, quirks is actually, it's decent. I saw a comment that was like, I don't know if you want to do quirks because you might end up being a potato chip man. I was dying. That shit was hilarious. But but I mean, it's true. Quirks, you don't know what you're gonna get. You could get nothing, honestly, and you just have to be okay with that. But yeah, I mean, basing these in the real world, like I'm doing, Nin, spiritual pressure, those are my top 2. Quirks would be, I mean, these all would kind of be like, a lot of people would be bad. I'm not gonna lie. If any of these were in our world, a lot of people would be pretty bad people. Even good people now would be like, I have the power to do this. I'm shifting gears. Like, you know, I'm tired of all the burden of being good. It's time for me to up the ante, you know? That would happen a lot, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I would be pretty anti-hero-ish myself. I would do away with bad people, but I would do it in ways that morally, don't worry about that. You know, they're bad. I'm making sure that they're out of here. That's all you need to know. The way I do it don't matter. Just know that I'm doing it for the good of everyone. So there would be a lot of that going on. There would be some, I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like there is always a balance. There is going to be some really good people with these powers. So for that, there will be some really bad people with these powers. So there's always going to be like a balance, if it were to happen. But it sounds like my hopes are up. Like we have a chance of getting Nin sometime soon. No, but you know, it's always gonna be a balance. So I can see that there being really, really good people and really, really bad people. And there's gonna be, I feel like there's gonna be a lot more people that are in that gray area in the middle that will do good things, but the way they do them might be morally bad. You know what I mean? So, hey, that's just how I see us as people, like reality-wise. That's just how I see us. But yeah, I would go Nin my first. I would go spiritual pressure my second, and then I would go. It's gonna be a tie between chakra and cursed energy, because chakra you could do a lot. You know what I'm saying? You can do a lot. So Nin, spiritual pressure, and third place I'm gonna give to both cursed energy and chakra. I'll do that. Devil fruit might be after. So yeah, that's my choice for that one, y'all. So that'll be it. What do you choose? Which power system do you like? And of course, you know, Ki from Dragon Ball wasn't on this, you know, so you know, there's a lot more power systems that weren't involved in this list. But you know, I just went with what the list had, because that gives you a more narrowed option to pick. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe you don't like any of these. Maybe you'd rather something off the list. Well, too bad. Pick what's on the list. But nah, what would you choose that's off the list? Let me know in the comments, you know? But that'll be it for this one, y'all. Episode 17 complete. It's your boy Nanashi, Corner of Content. We out.